You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good game, Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, and streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV for the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Tonight's host is Courtney Stewart. Joining Courtney will be AfterBuzz co-host Pat Lambert. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest Real Housewives of New Jersey news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, Courtney Stewart.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to AfterBuzz TV, The Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Welcome.
On episode 7 here, Teresa's got a gun, and apparently Pat Lambert got a little scared of the gun and decided not to show up tonight because we don't know where the heck
what
he
happened,
is.
Pat?
Yeah, where's Pat at? Pat,
Where you at, boo?
Yeah, you were supposed to be here, Pat. We were supposed to watch a show with you, Pat, and we're sitting up in here. We watched the show. We waited for you for like an hour, and you never showed up.
We thought we had something special.
I thought we had a relationship that was going in a positive direction, and this is what you do to us. This is how he treats us.
Just run out on us?
Just not show up, not give us a call. We don't know where you are. But we're not going to be upset about it. We're going to talk about our exciting episode.
That's right.
Of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. So, darling, why don't you go ahead and kick it off for us since you joining us for the... Wait, have you been here before for Housewives?
Last week was my first time.
Oh, I was
happy to be
in
back.
New York last week. So I
We
didn't get to
missed
see
you. I got to meet the infamous Pat.
What'd you think of Pat? Let's talk about Pat again.
I thought Pat was awesome. I was a little sad that he didn't show up for our date tonight.
It's kind of messed up. Well, we're supposed to have a second date later on this evening for those of you listening.
Ooh.
Hopefully you'll check us out on Mob Wives tonight at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Join us, and hopefully Pat will actually show up for that one.
We'll see in the Mystery Man.
Mystery Man will come back. But I will stop slamming on him right now, and let's talk about some Housewives. I will admit this was kind of a filler episode for me.
Really? I thought there was just too much information going on tonight. Because they kicked off with Mel and Tree, their continuous conversation from last week.
What do you really think about Melissa?
I think that they have a lot of similarities, including their spite for each other. I think they both want the family to be together, but I don't think they're willing to put the work in to make that happen. I think they want to sweep everything under the rug, continue life like it's just one big happy, but I don't think that can happen without addressing the issues and really really giving it an honest effort.
Well, what do you think about, because the reason Tree didn't want to jump into the issues is because she noted that all in the end that just you go back and forth and that just brings up those negative feelings, and that's when
and we see that in this conversation. It's just all the same thing over again. Yeah. Let's sweep it on the rug, and then they're jabbing at each other. You know what I mean? So I really hope that they do sweep it under the rug and become one big happy and move on from all this. But
I'm kind of... Teresa's been having a special season for me, and I feel like I'm relating to her in her agony, because she seems like she's been in agony for this whole season. And I feel like, and granted, I'm not there, but Melissa, and granted, they edited to show like the constant comments from Melissa, but she kept saying how, on the one hand, I want to believe her, but on the other hand, I'm saying this is bullshit. And I'm like, okay, if you're going into this with that attitude and maintaining that attitude throughout the entire thing, no progress can be made. And
absolutely.
That makes you the biatch in this situation.
And they're arguing over who's the bigger person. I'm like, really, can this get a little more catty?
It's ridiculous.
Please.
And I really think that Teresa actually, even though she didn't want to, and you could tell like some of it's like begrudgingly, like I don't want to say it's my fault too, but it takes two of us. I don't feel like Melissa is on that at all. Like I feel like but she and her husband Melissa and Joe all the time are saying Teresa did this. So I just don't think they're ever gonna really
Well, I do hope that we do see some progress, but this is typical big sister, little sister behavior. And when you're family, you just get over it. Hopefully, maybe.
I don't know, but I don't like Melissa either. Like, I don't want to be around her, and I don't even know her. Like, she just.
I don't think we would play well together.
Something irks me about her, and I feel like that's that thing. Like with girls, like some girls, you just like.
If I can't size you up right away, then I'll sit back and observe for a minute and see how we can get along. You know what I mean? But I don't see them mending their relationship anytime soon.
No, I'm not vibing on them at all.
Me either, girl.
But Jacqueline let them do it in her house, and she
thank God Jacqueline plays the role of the referee.
The referee. She tried to keep it going. It's funny when she was like listening to them and like it'd be fine, and then they'd be arguing again. Exactly. So I don't know. Girls will be girls, I guess.
I suppose.
Women will be women. Why must we always be like that?
Can't we all just get along?
But then, too, the guys don't exactly get along. The husband and the brothers. So
I feel like they have the exact same relationship as Tree and Mel.
Yeah. So they're kind of like, and they're not addressing their issue at all.
Absolutely not. But I thought that was really big. Like later on in the episode when you see Joe Giudice, when he's like, I don't mind him coming up here to see what's up, but then he throws that little jab in afterwards, and he's like
him, but he's
I wouldn't beat up a little guy. Like you're a little bulldog to yourself, Joe Giudice. Just saying.
A real juicy bulldog, and it's kind of gross.
With a hyperextended split.
Ew.
Oh yes.
So
he's proud.
Popping and cracking to Teresa in all kinds of crooked, weird ways.
Oh, yeah, they did not hold back anything in this episode.
They're kind of gross. But anyway.
They're arguably X-rated.
They're in love. And they keep making babies.
Hey,
I wonder if
they want a boy.
Stop. But they got 4 kids.
I heard...
It's 2011. You're bankrupt. Stop.
They want an Escalade full. They need a basketball team, girl.
I can't. I just can't. And then the kids are... I can't.
And this is so random, but I heard something on the radio that there's something you can actually eat that'll give you a girl or give you a boy.
Oh.
I'm not sure if it's true, but they say it's guaranteed.
We're all going to hell.
See you there.
We're all going to be down there because they can do that anyway because on Basketball Wives, that chick is trying to have a baby with Ocho Cinco.
Can't wait. They want twins.
And they're going to plant boy twins in her. Yay! I was like, really? Come on, y'all. Can we just do it the old way?
You're like, practice makes perfect.
And then surprise.
I love Evelyn and Ocho Cinco together. They're going to have some hot babies. We're not talking about
Basketball Wives right now, but ew.
Oh, sorry.
I think I'm going to have to
I think I'm violating rule number 2 or
we
1.
have the AfterBuzz TV commandments, and the first one is thou shalt stay on. Oop, I can't see that last word. My vision ain't that good.
Yeah, don't worry about that one.
So anyway, I vote nay on Evelyn and Ocho Cinco. But moving on.
I vote yay.
So we're talking about Real Housewives in New Jersey and the things that they do. And apparently Miss Cat is about to do something new.
Oh, my gosh. Start that restaurant, girl. But she's a little afraid.
She's scared.
Her husband's kind of like pushing her into a big opportunity, which I think is
huge. That's a huge
What's that?
deal. A restaurant is a big deal.
But if you've got the quality behind it,
true,
it's a great idea.
But the success rate of a restaurant is so low.
You definitely have to be ambitious to make that happen. She seems a little frightened. I mean, it's only natural.
Yeah,
it's only natural when you're starting a huge career.
But it's nice that he believes in her, and
at least he's a great supporting member of the team.
He's kind of like, where's Waldo meets.
He's like, yeah, you see how I just hustled you into that restaurant idea I had. I totally agree.
He's an interesting character.
He takes her to that first restaurant, and she's like, this looks like an Italian bar pizzeria. Okay? He's like, all right, well, like, I'll take you to another one.
Yeah. Well, it's nice that he's going to help support her and get her thing out there. And it's also cute, too, because she and Caroline both are sort of getting to that place of, well, Caroline's already there with the empty nest, and so the women
I love Caroline.
finding something new to do and keeping themselves occupied. That's really smart and fun.
I agree.
And I think it's nice because they've devoted their entire lives to their families, and so it's kind of cool to see them graduate onto something new. Blossoming into something new and different. So it's funny, and it's funny though. This is random, but whatever, because this episode is what it was. Carolina Herrera actually said, like, she was talking about women and working and raising your families and all of that. And she said that she raised her family first and then had her career, and that she felt like that was the right way to do it. And I just find that interesting in this day and age, because so many women are like, gotta have a career. But then we get to like 30 to 35 and start stressing because we've spent so much time devoted to career. The other stuff, the clock starts ticking, and you can't have kids after such and such age without all this extra intervention. So I'm wondering, maybe they have it right and maybe we're confused.
Well, I think as long as you know what you want and you go for it and you fully commit to that, then you can make S happen. You know what I mean?
Make it happen however you need to make it happen, I guess.
See if it. That's certainly not my path. I don't know about you, but.
Only kids I got don't belong to me. They belong to somebody else.
Well.
That is what it is.
Preach.
I have my babies by proxy, like I say. So my mothering element gets nurtured without having to
Well, that's perfect.
pop one out.
That is perfect.
That's gross. Who
Keeps
wants
it all
to do
together.
that? I don't
Keeps
think
it
Jesse
all
wants to do
together.
it. He's like, nah, I don't want to do that.
Oh.
Jess is going to adopt an Asian and call it Disney.
That's what I want to do, actually. I'm totally with that idea.
This is my son, Disney. He's from the far Middle East.
So, adoption is good, though. I think I want to do that one day.
I concur all the way. I'm right there with you.
All right. So, this episode, what else we got going on? So, the big trip.
Yes, Caroline and Albert Sr. discussed the big trip, and he's like, there is no way in hell I'm going up to the Catskills on a Teresa trip.
I understand where he's
No
coming from.
Jersey country camping for Albert Sr. at all
He's
tonight.
like, I would rather work by myself.
Exactly.
and feed
He's like, but you
myself."
go right ahead, Caroline. Oh,
Have a
yeah,
great
go ahead
time.
and bring the kids, too.
Except the daughter stayed. Where was she at?
You're right. She's not going to do any Jersey
wouldn't go there
camping.
either.
That's not Lauren.
I wouldn't do that either.
And then Jackie also speculates about the limited baño situation.
So, okay. So they have 2 bathrooms.
Ugh.
That much we know.
With,
And there
like,
were,
10
10
people.
Okay, that in itself is a struggle, but doable.
And most of which are women.
Ugh,
Oh.
gross. But that wear a whole lot of dang makeup all the time. So what are they doing?
I hope they brought those compacts.
But where are they sleeping? Because it didn't look like there were that many rooms.
Well, apparently from the dinner conversation we were witnessing, they were probably all sleeping together. The way that
All on the couch,
perhaps,
on the floor, on a pallet.
perhaps because I don't know the way Tree and Jacqueline's discussion was. They were arguing over who gives a better blowjob at this point. So I have no question about
got
where
very
everyone's sleeping.
sexual.
It
got
totally
very
got triple X rated.
sexual.
It
And
really
I'm-
did.
I'm kind of grossed out. Cause
Are you?
Is anybody hot there? Joe Judice is not hot.
I
don't want to
guess
think about
beauty
his
is
little
in the
Peter.
eye of the
Because
beholder.
don't you think, oh, it's such a cocktail weenie.
Maybe
Like, you know-
large things come in small packages once in a while.
He could be a grower, not a shower.
Totally.
No,
I mean, that's what I'm
isn't
hoping
the little
for.
ring thing because it needs to grow. Like, isn't that
Wait.
what that's for?
Well, that's
The C ring?
yes.
I don't know.
Did you say
I
Siri?
didn't
have
want to
special
like
names.
use
Love
the-
you, Jesse.
You're talking about the
Oh,
little
Jesse.
ring?
Oh
or-
yes, it wasn't very little. I
Well,
mean,
no,
So
that-
it's probably thick, like a big toe or something. But it's like,
well, he is Italian. He's got a sausage.
I mean, it's called a cock ring, to be technical. I'm so mad at you right now, Courtney. But no, what it's for is you actually put it around. Are we on RuPaul's Drag Race right
No.
now?
Start your
Technically, you
ranging.
put
Courtney
it.
is a prude and she doesn't know any
You
of this
put it
stuff.
over the shaft and around the balls,
And around the
And it works
balls.
for both participants, right?
and it's
Hold up.
it's
hold up,
basically
hold up,
supposed
hold up,
to.
hold up.
Go
Slow
ahead.
down.
All right.
All right. You put this thing around the shaft and the balls?
You shove your balls through it. You shove
Oh,
your shaft
Why
through
would
it.
you do
That
that?
I didn't
Doesn't
know.
that hurt?
Listen, when it's soft.
Oh.
Yes,
But
it
doesn't
does hurt.
hurt.
Okay.
Yes, I'm assuming it would because I just know it can be sensitive down there. However, girl, please. I don't even wear rings on my fingers.
Hello.
Anybody out there,
My piece
Jesse?
works just fine. But so no, and it's supposed to for people who can't keep it up that long.
So why does it keep
Really?
it? I'm
It
confused.
keeps
But it
keeps
vibrates
up longer
too.
well, no, because it cuts the circulation off. So once the blood goes in, it can't come back up.
Sounds like fun.
Oh.
I mean, if you're into that.
I mean, is it plastic? Is it metal?
It's like rubber.
They have them all. Metal, rubber.
What?
I would not do metal.
Whenever you go,
Because I'd be afraid that would shred something inappropriately. We can't do metal.
Me and mine
No,
are
the metal
tight.
ones-
There is no way I would do that to
The
her.
metal ones literally look like key rings.
And think about it too. What if you're not a Brazilian? That's like painful accident waiting to happen.
I can't think past that.
Well, anyway,
Back at the ranch.
they were talking about Peters and BJ's and all sorts of non-family.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Tree's like, Joe, tell him I give the best BJ. He's like, no, honey, I just lied to you because it's in front of you. But I was like, oh, well, how sweet. At least he lies to her face.
Oh,
It's okay.
Well, maybe she can't because it's like a little baby toe.
Perhaps.
And so it's hard to like. And then.
Oh my God, so. Girl, no toes are coming close to this mouth. I will say that right now.
What would you do? Oh my
Oh
God.
my
If somebody
God.
came at you and it was a
What do
baby-
you want me to I don't even want to finish that.
Oh my God. Oh
So
my
the
God.
mother-in-law is about to come to Antonio's recital.
Oh yes. So we're gonna skip out of the Catskills for a moment and go back to town.
Just for a moment.
Just
we'll
for
be
a
back.
moment. And Melissa and her daughter Antonia has a dance recital.
And Melissa says that, yeah.
Recital.
Well, before I get to that, let's talk about this recital. What kind of recital was this? They have styrofoam cups.
I don't know. My
Styrofoam cups and a red Dixie.
Yes, and they had lots of middle-aged dancers.
Yes, they did. And what is your 8-year-old? I don't know how old she is, but
Yes.
dancing with a 32-year-old man.
Yeah.
And where were the rest of the children in this
I don't
recital?
know.
It was a little creepy.
It was a little creepy.
A
It was a
little?
little weird.
I mean, I guess I'm sure these people are friends of the family, so they were comfortable with it.
Nah,
But
I'm not sure.
I mean,
Either way, it was weird.
a little.
It was a little weird. And it was like a dance party
bit.
first. They were like at like a dance party because, you know, Joe was dancing with mom and they were juking on the floor and getting
Not
their
only was Joe
booze.
dancing with mom, he was dipping her, throwing her around the
And
whole shebanga.
Can I just say that it also annoyed me that Melissa has to bring up anytime Joe is just with his mom, it's just so much more comfortable and da-da-da. It's like,
I feel like she's
shut
reaching.
up, Trick. You're constantly like, obviously it's going to be different because you guys have beef.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why she just keeps
Like if you
bringing-
wanted this to be a comfortable situation, it would be.
Yeah, and you make it comfortable and you stop talking about
That's
it
what I'm
being
saying.
uncomfortable. She's so full of crap. I hate her. I don't love her.
Heard. But it's almost like she's reaching to make herself look better.
Yes, all the time. She's always trying to make it seem like they're fine. We're fine. We're not doing anything. It's when Teresa gets involved that it's a problem.
And it's like if you're really fine, you're not saying we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. It's just like let it be.
And by the way, her mama wouldn't hate you because I'm pretty sure you ran out of her house.
And we did talk about that on the last episode, how the Judices think that Melissa's a bit of a gold digger.
A little bit.
Just
I could
a
see
bit.
that.
I question her genuine.
I mean, I think she's genuinely into
genuineness.
him now. Which is
Now,
obviously very
after
mature.
3 children.
I mean, 3 kids in, they're in love. She likes the attention, obviously.
In a red dress.
And you know, he's one of those people that like, he like is so way more into her than she probably would have ever been into him.
Oh, how sad.
Which, I mean, maybe it's not sad. Somebody told me once that as a girl, you're supposed to be with a guy who's way more into you than you're into them.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I want equals.
You want it to like be fawned over. But I don't know where I was going with that. I forgot. I think I need a drink.
Hey.
Some water. Thirsty.
Tilt your
Anyway,
AfterBuzz glass.
She's interesting and obnoxious. So they're at their dance recital.
Yes.
And we were going somewhere else with that once we started talking about the fact that there were no children there, but I don't know where that was. Where were we going? Let's look at the commandments. Maybe we'll find our way back. She had a friend or something. Is that what we were about to talk about?
Oh, Kat's
Melissa?
friend. I guess, no, you're right. It was Melissa's friend. Excuse me.
Melissa had a friend. I don't know.
Melissa's getting ready to go to the recital, maybe? She's getting ready to go to the recital, and her friend, we don't know her name, but they're talking about the nanny situation. She's like, oh, doesn't Teresa have a nanny? And then she gives that smirk and rolls the eyes. I'm like, that is not the way of America, is not to have a nanny. Not everybody does that. It doesn't mean it's the wrong thing, but that's certainly not the way to raise your children. Or that's my personal opinion. Just saying.
I
Just
think
saying.
if you can afford a nanny,
Do
by
it.
all means,
Do it. But I'm sure you have a hand in raising your children, even though you
Of
have
course,
a nanny.
you just shouldn't be having your child raised by your nanny.
But to smirk at somebody who doesn't have a nanny and who actually does everything on
Wait,
their
I'm
own.
confused. So they were smirking because Teresa does everything on her own? 'Cause
Yes.
Teresa doesn't. Yeah, I was gonna say
'Cause she
okay,
doesn't
then it's
have a
clear. 'Cause,
nanny.
Yeah, Teresa's never, because she touted that last season how she cleans her own house. Which, by the way, that's
a
wild.
big ass
That's
house.
A big. That is. There's probably about 4 of my houses that'll fit in there, and
Okay.
I don't want to clean my own house.
That's what I'm saying.
And the stuff
That
has
is
to
a
be
huge
polished.
job.
It's a huge job. That is constant if you got 4 kids running around.
Hell yeah.
And you're taking care of all your kids. Why are they smirking? Because they're bitches.
Oh.
And that is why
Secret has been revealed.
Melissa sucks, and I will never bond with Melissa.
I concur.
Sorry.
I'm definitely Team
I
Jacqueline,
just
Team
had to
Caroline.
Cross her off again.
Oh.
Cat is still on the fence. I'm gonna draw a fence.
What about all those scary stuffed animals that were at that Catskills cabin?
Yo,
Oh.
they like to hunt.
Oh, so scary.
Is hunting bad? Unless they're like endangered. Are you like an animal lover?
I'm from the country,
True that.
unfortunately.
Have you shot any animals?
I decline. However, I have eaten some weird I've been tricked into it, okay?
Like what? Squirrel?
I don't even want to gross you
Chipmunk?
out.
Snakes?
I don't even wanna gross you out, girl.
My parents are from the
Okay.
South.
My grandpa was like, "Ooh, have this. They're chicken nuggets." I'm like, "Okay, they're delicious."
No, they're not.
They are chicken hearts, homegirl.
Ew.
I was like, "Ew, you let me eat the whole bowl."
Ew.
Yeah, gross.
That's
Really
like
gross.
Chicken gizzards.
But
We
I'm
eat
from the
gizzards.
country, and we do not have stuffed animals up in our cabins. That was a little.
Who saves them? Don't we just eat them? Why are you saving them?
I think like if you're gonna shoot it to eat it,
That's one thing.
that's okay unless it's endangered and then you need to go to jail.
Yeah,
but
that's bad. Don't kill them if they're endangered.
But for like game or sport, I don't think
kinda
that's
lame.
cool. And I certainly don't wear like real fur. I don't put
Yeah.
anybody down that does, but I just prefer to wear faux fur.
yeah, I'm wondering if that was all real fur that Teresa was sporting the entire
Girl,
time.
you
they were
know it
there, 'cause
was.
she all
Oh,
had
and
fur
did you
on.
see the pink pajamas with those pink fluffy rave boots? She just walks out to the patio, shoots a gun with her coffee in the morning.
Yeah,
That's how
at
they
least
start
with
their camp day.
With their guns, though, they were shooting watermelons and like, I mean, even though that's kind of offensive,
Non-alive objects.
I'm just like,
The vegetarians are gonna have it out on them, girl.
I mean, I think black people will too. It's like, damn, why can't we have our watermelons? Why are you just exploding them on the ground like they know?
Watermelons deserve to die.
They're going
They're
extinct.
I
disgusting.
love watermelons. Watermelons are delicious.
I can't do it.
You don't like watermelon?
What? It's literally the
It's
juiciest,
sweet water.
most. Yeah, it's
You've never
sweet
had
water.
good watermelon. Have you only had like mushy, like not
Oh,
super sweet
yeah.
watermelon?
I've tried many different forms of watermelon. I'm not a lover.
Oh, I'm
don't
so depressed.
But wait, can I ask you guys a watermelon question?
Sure.
Perfect.
How come anything that is watermelon flavor does not taste like an actual watermelon?
Because
I
it's
don't
delicious.
know.
That's why.
No, because we bought
Watermelon
some,
martini.
We bought a Dole like watermelon juice thing that we were like, oh, watermelon juice.
like,
just
yeah.
in a box is gonna be amazing. That was the biggest piece of hot garbage we've ever had in our lives. It was awful.
See, I would probably love it then.
So you like watermelon flavored things, but you don't like actual watermelon.
Exactly.
You're strange.
I know.
You're
Know.
off the team. Oh, kick off.
Hat down, dunce
I
hat.
cannot do the game anymore.
Oh, you better stop it, honey.
need a white
I will
girl
drink a
with
Welch's grape
watermelon.
soda and smoke my Newport. You better stop it, okay? The game has a place for me.
I'm mad you said my Newport. Just one.
Because that's all I got, boo. That's all I got. And I bummed it off
I was
Boo
just-
on the corner. Okay.
It's delicious. It's a delicious taste.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness.
Anywho, so they were blowing up watermelons and shooting random things. And they got to do the, what do you call those things? ATVs or?
Oh, quads. Back home
Yeah,
we call it
ATVs.
muddin'.
ATVs.
Okay,
ATVs, there you go.
She's talking about mudding and quads, and I don't know nothing about that.
It's all the same
Country slang, girl.
category.
All right, so that was fun. I would have done that. That would have been exciting. Boo. This episode was boring.
I loved it.
I mean, they were cute. You know, they did their thing. They rolled through the woods.
I love to see the Manzo kids come up there and meet up with them.
It's funny too because you would think. I mean, I guess it's funny because the dad a couple episodes ago was talking about how his kids don't know how to be poor.
Really?
Because they were talking about her Chanel purse.
But they're so unspoiled.
But they don't seem spoiled, and it almost seems like that they would have had the balance of like having to go camping and going. Like I feel like they would be those kind of, but they're not. They're city boys all the way.
The first thing that Caroline says before her feet even get on that country ground is no guns, no quads. And that's exactly where they run off to.
Yeah, but guns and quads are fun.
I mean,
like
put them
guns.
together. Call it a night.
Except they were like shooting rifles and stuff. I want like a handgun.
Actually, a rifle is easier to shoot than a 9.
I don't like rifles.
Handguns are harder for me.
I like the 9 is my special.
I love it. It's a beautiful piece, but rifle's easier for me.
Don't mess with these chicks.
That's right, bitches.
We will shoot you. Anyway.
Oh, I don't know about that, buddy.
With love and kindness and water gun.
Shoot you with my
the
heart
only gun I actually own is a super soaker.
Hey, bring it back, girl.
I can't wait till it's hot, for real.
It is hot. This is horrible.
It's hot in the valley. I live by the beach. It ain't hot yet. That's why I had my jacket, because it was like 70 degrees when I left my house.
I wish I knew all of this before I moved out here about the valley.
Oh.
No, you didn't. Because you would have never made it out here.
No, I
It's
wouldn't.
too hot.
I mean, when I tell you, I walked from the back door to the studio.
And you were sweating.
Literally, I broke sweat from walking.
I believe
10
it.
feet.
This-
Disgusting.
I've been in the greater Los Angeles area now about 7 years. I will not live in the valley.
Atta girl. Atta girl. I mean, I have been in the valley for 13 years.
Wow.
But
And you haven't burned up?
I
That's
have
amazing.
been living under the air conditioning, and I do not go out during the daytime, honey.
But see, I like being out in the day. That's why I like living by the beach.
I'm not meant to be out during this weather.
Oh, you'll melt. You'll melt.
I'm
you'll
melting,
melt,
I'm
you're
melting.
All right. So back to our boring episode of Real Housewives.
Tree's like, I want to get Caroline drunk.
Yeah, they go to the little nightclub. That was kind of cute.
Oh, that little dive bar with the worst bachelors ever.
Best
And
line of the night.
Tree needed a little help. She needed a little help from Webster and a spell check. She was like, eligible. And these eligible bachelors, their pickup lines are weak sauce.
Hey, girl.
Don't come to the valley with that, honey.
Hey, girl, you smoke.
He's like, you
'Cause you
got a
smoking.
big butt.
Oh, look who decided to roll up in the
special
studio,
guest.
trying to
Hey,
be all
honey.
Sneaky and quiet about it. Got his sunglasses
The
on and
man of
whatnot.
mystery is in the building, people.
And it is now 7:35.
And
he
he's
decided to
He's got
show
his
up.
Bieber
sorry,
on today.
Daniel.
Sporting a purple
You
sweater.
look like you
Stop
was
it.
out tanning when you were supposed to be up in
Tannin',
here.
I'm
honey.
burnt like a Jersey girl.
What you got under those glasses?
Oh, good. I got some good raccoon right here. I
yeah,
got some
you
good raccoon
do.
looks. So wait, we're in New Jersey. We're in New Jersey. Where are we in
We
Jersey?
are in Jersey, and we are in the Catskills.
The Catskill. Okay. Let's just say my vibrator and my cock ring are in my own pockets, and I do not show them on television.
Dun, dun,
That's my
dun.
That was disgusting.
Well,
It was just incriminating for him.
We were excited, kind of. And
You're excited
interested.
by that?
Well, because
Because they got dirty on it.
It was
Yeah,
for a
like
second.
when Jacqueline and Teresa were talking about like blowjob tips.
Yeah, I was like, yeah,
I was like,
bravo.
okay, this is not what I signed in for.
Okay.
This is not what I was signing in for. I know
Well-
my blowjob tips.
Hello.
That's a Twitter kind
Hello.
of thing, okay? That's not something you do on national television.
Well, maybe, you know.
Unless you're HBO.
Maybe she was
Hello.
trying to help all the people out there who have cocktail wieners.
Give a couple pointers
Some
for that
pointers.
Italian sausage.
that
That's
was-
what I do with my cocktail weenie.
But that was disgusting, though.
I mean, it's disgusting because I think
They're
all those dudes are
older.
not hot.
They're old. Well,
There's
like,
older men that are hot, but those
all right.
dudes are just not
Oh,
hot.
no, totally. Like, and it's okay for, like,
Kalune.
old people can have sex. Like, that's, like, legally allowed
I would
and
think
stuff.
about
like,
George
that's fine.
Clooney like that and be okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
But
saying.
Jersey
But, like-
Rice, no.
Not so much. My little
Now
bulldog.
you're
Again.
telling me
Pinky toe. Pinky
that
toe.
if George Clooney whipped out a
Pinky
cock
toe.
ring,
No,
and-
I
I'm
would
not
be
saying-
totally
I'm
down
telling
with
you,
it, honey.
I'm telling you that
BJ
Totes my
I'm talking
goat.
about
that
BJ
he
tits.
already has, and you can check it out on
I don't
coolgaymovies.com.
do, like,
What?
But I don't
rings
put
and
that on
tricks
Bravo.
and
I was impressed with Bravo that they even
glad
got
they
that
put it on
conversation
there.
going.
It's honest. It was fair. You know they talk about
It's
this stuff.
honest. It was fair.
It
was the most
And
interesting.
now
Atlanta
the
goes.
world knows how small
I just thought it was so funny
His heart
when
is.
Jacqueline and Caroline and they all went to the chapel or whatever.
that angel
And Caroline and Jacqueline
In
are like
armor.
cracking up and like, what's her name? Teresa doesn't understand why.
from
what's
guns
funny?
to
Like
church.
from like guns, whores, blowjobs, like to church. Jersey way. That's a Jersey way. That should be their sub
That's how it goes
slogan.
down at Jersey Country
New
Camp
Jersey.
You gotta do it how you can do it.
Blowjobs,
When you can do it.
drinking, and church.
in church.
And church.
And
That's how
nice
I live.
pickup lines.
Oh yes, very nice.
What an
You
odd
Very
episode.
nice.
It was
Caroline-
an odd episode.
If there's anyone I
That one
want to
guy was
get-
like, "That's my sister." I'm like, "Oh snap, son! No."
too much. New Jersey.
It was such a mess. It was just, you know.
And I also thought the
Catskills.
Jersey unrevealed.
I know you probably already talked about the start of the episode, but boring.
Bring it back, honey.
They were
He
like,
agrees with
it was
me.
like
It was boring.
teaser next week, throwdown, Civil War, and then it was like, hey, you still a bitch.
Okay.
See you next week. We'll do
No,
this.
it was
So
again.
like,
do we
I'm
all
not gonna
predict that
call
that
you
is
a
not
bitch in the
over?
face. Oh yeah, this is definitely not over.
Well, because then
I concur.
the thing is that they also talk about each other behind each other's backs on the
Yeah.
camera. Welcome to the reunion special, where they're like, "Bitch, you said what?" And then she's like flipping tables, chairs, or whatever the like cute decorations Andy Cohen has for that. Reunion.
Oh, can't wait, Andy.
He got hurt last time. Isn't she the one that hurt him?
You know that Andy Cohen is in talks to be the new Kelly Ripa when
Yeah.
Andy
That's what
Cohen-
you were saying last week.
Oh, whoops.
Oh,
Old
yes.
news. I'm just so excited about it.
Oh no,
think
just
he's a good
behind
one.
the scenes.
And Teresa is currently on the cover of In Touch.
How
There's a
appropriate.
surprise.
Her life without Joe. So
Touch
apparently
me.
it doesn't get better.
Her life without Joe.
Oh, that's in the gossip. That's in the gossip.
I'm sorry, I'm skipping
Wait,
ahead. Back to
wait.
the episode.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get
Okay,
there.
honey.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so back to the amazement that was this episode. That
Don't
was
leave me
not.
on.
Anything else?
I don't know. The
was bored.
beginning was boring.
It was a snooze
I
because
mean, the only reason it was interesting was because like
The
Jackie and
build-up.
Teresa got drunk in the blowjobs. The build up was why I came in. Like I was
Last week we were
expecting
dying.
so much more.
We were dying to see what was
Especially
going to
with the
happen.
whole money thing, because they showed the clip where she goes, "Do you really think?"
Yeah,
that
I
you
thought
should be
they
talking
get
about
deep
money?
in
I thought they
money.
were gonna get
Okay.
I
into
thought
it.
Jacqueline would have to
Okay.
get involved,
It was
or that
whack.
it would
But
be resolved.
truthfully, we've got a gold digger and we've got a girl that spends too much. Oh, and by the way, we didn't touch on this
Oh,
yet.
that's true. We didn't.
We didn't touch on Chris asking Joe Giudice
Go on there,
if there's
girl.
a budget for Christmas.
Christmas.
And of course Joe was like, "No, there's no budget for Christmas. How can you limit Christmas?" And I feel like he's almost egging on her. Does she have would you call that a shopping addiction?
No, it's a money addiction.
I don't-
There's
yeah.
clearly a
Perhaps.
budget for Christmas. You have to set a cap.
There was no budget.
Where like what? Like I know he's wasn't he a contractor?
Something like that.
How much money
I
is
don't
he
think they
taking
do
in?
nothing for real.
There's different
just
ways
'cause
to
you're
show
on-
love though.
Right,
Like
and just 'cause
honestly,
you're on
if you
TV.
paid me a picture for Christmas, I'm a happy girl.
Okay, I'm
Don't
not.
spend a
Well,
dime.
That's why you are not
Don't see
a
me on
Giudice
Christmas.
girl.
Okay,
Yeah,
I guess
girlfriend-
not.
They
Girlfriend, I
want
mean,
diamonds and furs and juicy couture.
Oh,
'cause that's
yes,
all they
sugar
wear.
spice and
this
everything
these are
nice.
the things that I have in common with that family.
I mean, I'm not mad. It's one thing to like
I
get it
can't-
when you can get it, but they obviously can't get it. They about to
obviously
lose
can't
their
get it.
house. They got
Exactly.
to sell their furniture and stuff. They need to get
And
out.
that furniture is like all solid gold,
And who wants
You know-
velvety. Who wants that shit?
But
It's
ugly.
beautiful.
Even the Catholic Church would be like,
Oh, I
that's
like
a little
it.
gaudy for
The
us.
Catholic
Girl,
Church.
That's too much.
But like, I can't pick that up. The thing weighs 1,000 pounds, man. A marble, gold,
A mess.
velvet.
The thing is that
and
I'm-
it's a
They didn't have to
hairbrush.
sell their furniture. They got to keep it.
Your business is in every single magazine and tabloid, and then he just said you
Dreams
have no
come true.
budget for Christmas.
And then but her response was when the ladies are asking her like, so do you have a budget now? Does he tell you like you should only spend this? Blah, blah, blah. She's like, no, I just know.
I just know.
I think she doesn't want to put it out there.
I just can't
You
understand
know,
people like-
Teresa.
I feel like if you make that much money, because he made it independently,
Yeah,
that
he
you'd
did.
have to be somewhat informed about economics.
About money, yeah.
You know?
But
Not everyone knows everything, but like I feel like if you're able to make that kind of money and you're not like selling drugs, sex, or violence,
what's wrong with that?
I mean, that's the way I'm making my life.
Hey.
If it weren't for the cocaine and the girls, I would be nowhere. I would not be a Bieber. I would not be a Bieber right now. I would just be another middle school kid.
Heard.
But the point is, like, you would graduate into knowing something about how to
No,
manage your funds.
It's not true.
You know?
People that live just because you have the wherewithal to figure out how to make money doesn't mean you know how to manage it in your life.
Absolutely.
Right.
And I think if you make that kind of money,
And
you're going to
especially
spend
if you
it.
didn't- And if you didn't have it
Of
to
course.
begin with, your
you're not
the
educated
perception
on-
is skewed, and you. And in
But
this
when you get the
country,
wake-up
we
call-
are a country of consumerism.
When you get the
But they
wake up
started
call
with
that it's
nothing.
over, when you get the wake up call that you don't have any money left, that things are in
But
jeopardy.
they don't have that wake up call.
Time
They
to
don't-
change up the plan.
How did they not wake up to
That's
your
not-
house could be taken away? It's
they-
in the
they-
publicity everywhere.
They're basically saying, it's just some business. And again, it could just be, what they're giving us to the public, and what they're saying in private is something different. But what they're saying is, it was business deals gone bad, blah, 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 blah. We're just, we're just
feel
having
like-
to make a few adjustments because the economy's bad.
I feel like every housewife on every different season
That's
is
how you
having the
avoid saying
same
I'm poor now.
problem almost.
Yes, they are.
Like Sonia,
Sonia. Well,
Well, Sonia's
Ish.
kind of a different
Sonia's
batch.
is a little different.
a little different, but I
Alexis
feel like
sad.
there's always
But
one on every
Alexis-
season.
Alexis on Orange County, same thing. Like,
Yep.
y'all ain't making no money
Okay.
no more.
No, and you're
y'all
not even
saying
fronting
what
at
it
all.
is.
It's not adapting your lifestyle to the way that it changes. You look at
It's
celebrities who
moving
make,
with the cheese.
you look at celebrities who make so much money, buy huge houses, and then the next year they're not really a big celebrity anymore, but think that they can live in that
Still
opulence.
live in that house. Yeah.
Beyonce can live like Beyonce because she's still fucking Beyonce.
I love you,
and
Beyonce.
she's fucking Jay-Z.
And you're awesome,
Just
Beyonce.
saying.
Wow, good work, good
Just
work.
saying, just saying.
I'm
I just-
sorry, I'm eating my salad.
Side note on Beyonce, I could go for days.
Hey.
She recently performed in London. Absolutely.
Did you
stunning.
see it?
Absolutely, I saw every moment of it. I consume everything that is pop culture.
Jesse didn't
Love
see
it.
Jesse, you didn't
Did
see
you
it?
finally see it?
I went right on to YouTube.
Jesse,
Did you see
I have
Kelly
watched.
Rowland, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you see Kelly
What?
Rowland and oh god, who was it? Trey
Songz.
Songz on BET Awards.
Okay.
Or when the contestant winner, sorry, I know that's off topic, announced Chris Brown won. And then I was like, whoops, sorry, Rihanna won. And then they're like, Drake, you take it. Drake, you win. That was awful.
Wait a minute, but like everyone really ate Kelly Rowland up, and don't get me wrong.
Without the hat.
Okay,
She
so
should not
what
have
is the
that on.
scenario?
was
What
the
is the
hat for,
scenario?
This is
Well, the
an
hat
off-topic
worked.
conversation.
So
I like-
the hat was like a throwback to Velvet Rope.
Yes, it was so
Okay,
Janet.
it was very Janet, but the hat was too big.
Miss Janet, if you're
You could not
nasty.
see her face, and it should have come off at some point.
Exactly.
But she didn't do that. She
That's
just whipped
Kelly
out her
Rowland.
boobies.
And
she
then
wanted
she
to show
ripped
her
it and
plastic
got the
surgery.
sexiness.
Do it.
She's like, I got my
within
boobs
the
now.
last
If you got it,
45
flown
seconds
it.
of the performance.
I'm
I was
sorry,
like,
are you complaining about that performance?
Yeah.
Well, my
Yeah.
only complaint, I will say
Yeah.
though, okay, 'cause
No.
have you seen her perform
Yes.
live before? Okay,
And-
she always sucks.
Yes.
Okay?
No,
Oh, no.
Cut it deep.
She
Cut it
always
deep.
sucks.
Always.
Okay,
I mean,
there is
I'm just-
never a time that she does not suck when she performs live.
That's how I feel
by
about
herself.
Nas.
No
He's
comment.
just saying.
well, that's another topic altogether. But Kelly, and also she never shows that, she should be a solo artist. Like, when she performs live, you're always like, go on here. You just need to stay back up.
Bro,
You need to stay back up.
no,
But
I'll
this
say that was
was
her
the
best
first time.
performance
This was the
ever.
first time I was like, all right, you could be by yourself.
I was literally going crazy in this booth yesterday because I was like,
I was like,
why
oh,
is
you-
everyone talking about Kelly Rowland right now?
Exactly.
As soon as everybody left this place, I didn't even upload nothing. I went and
She
looked at
humped
some
the
damn
floor
Kelly
and she
Rowland.
tossed her wig like Mama Beyonce taught her well.
Like Mama
Hey.
Beyonce.
All right.
and
Alright,
that
so,
has
back
lots
to the
to do
real
with
world.
New
New Jersey.
Jersey.
Well,
That
it does
has a- I
relate.
can tie that in
You can relate that
because,
to New Jersey.
I mean, in the
I get it,
end,
I
they
get it.
got a lot of hair.
Or the fact that Glee on tour was in New Jersey, which is where Gwyneth Paltrow made her surprise appearance. Gwyneth and the Glee cast backstage at Beyonce's secret party in London. Bam! Pop culture. 1, 2, 3.
I didn't follow that at all.
And in
but-
Jersey, in other Jersey news.
And in other Jersey news. Okay, so let's wrap up this episode here. So we had some weird little kid dancing with some old people. They had camp in the Catskills. And what's her name? Kat about to open a restaurant.
No, she doesn't want to open the
Well,
restaurant.
she doesn't want to.
Well,
but
she's gonna
she
get
wants-
hustled into it.
I
she
think
wants to
should
do
By her
do
man.
desserts. I think she should just do the desserts.
Maybe
She
she should do
just do the-
catering.
When in this kind of economy, you're like, let's open a
Or a
restaurant.
bakery.
Restaurants
are
are
hard when everything is
restaurants are
fabulous.
rated the
Actually,
number one hardest.
they are.
Most,
In this
most
economy-
sure to fail.
I have seen a froyo on every single corner down Ventura. It is ridiculous.
That means
There's
that
so
a
many
sign of the
dessert
times.
bars happening right now. I'm like, what is going
she should
on?
do desserts.
Well,
And
luckily, Ventura
make
is
them
not
cute.
Jersey.
Jersey.
Hey.
Jersey. But so yeah, she's gonna do something with some food.
Okay.
Is essentially
Yeah.
what we got going on.
Kathy
and I
might
still
have an
don't care
actual
about
pot.
her, by the way. I still don't care about
I know.
her.
I think this is the loophole to make her more interesting.
I don't care anything about her.
She'll make a she'll make a cookbook. She'll make a few dollars.
And I also was annoyed when she mentioned how respectful she's always to her aunt when she was talking about Teresa's mama. Like, bitch, why wouldn't you be?
Teresa's mama.
Respect your elders,
Bitch, why
honey. They
wouldn't
put
be?
you here.
That's
And
assumed.
Melissa was all like, no, I invited Joe's mom. So I just want to let you know. Just, I know you guys are, fuck you, Melissa, shut up. I mean, you're fake, and so is Kat.
I concur all the way, but at least she extended that olive branch.
This is getting intense.
Who extended an olive branch?
Melissa.
Melissa didn't extend an olive branch.
She trying.
No, she didn't. Because what she said was, she said, okay. Well, I brought some pictures. I brought some pictures to help us remember. And Teresa was like, it's both of us. It's both of us. It's both of us. Well, I don't really think it was, but I want our kids
That's
to
why
be
she's
happy.
the younger sister. She's the bitch.
A bitch. And she's spoiled, and I hate her. Anyway.
So Melissa sucks.
Melissa sucks.
So Courtney doesn't like Melissa.
I don't like Melissa. And I wanted to.
I don't think any of us
Because
like
when I
never
first
wanted
saw
to.
her,
We tried.
when I first saw her, I was like, oh, I'm not going to.
And
And then I was like, I'm doing that girl thing where we size her up and we're like, no.
And then she spoke.
And then she spoke. And she continues to talk.
to other people.
And they have to sing Amazing Grace, and somebody told her she's got a good voice. I can't.
Oh,
I can't.
my
I'm
goodness.
done with the Housewives and the singing.
No, I am not.
There's
See,
one
that's
on
where
every
I cha-
season.
I think that
One
there's
on
done.
every season.
Did we talk about this? There should be an album.
Oh my
There
gosh.
should be like the specials from Literally, there's so many good. Don't
Could
even get me
you
started.
imagine?
Vomit.
Could
Have
you
heard
imagine?
Gretchen from the OC? Her new song's so good.
What's
You've never
even-
been to a club night, Real Housewives style. It's so much fun.
What's grosser about that
Don't
is
be
that
tired,
those
full of
non-talented girls would sell many of those records.
Are you still talking about this?
Sorry.
Courtney, you don't know talent.
That's right. I don't.
You know?
I'm
What?
confused.
Kelly Rowland
I have no
versus
idea
Real Housewives?
about talent.
You know?
What was I thinking?
Honey, do you really think that they're good at singing?
No, but I don't care.
You're just defending it.
Like,
The only
Rebecca
one-
Black?
Oh,
Yeah! How can you
Hurry
not?
up, not
How
be
can this not
late.
be your jam? Oh, the party. Oh.
I'm like, where you at, Nene? Where you at?
Wait,
She could have
can you
made
pull
this
up-
track.
Can you pull up my favorite by Luann? Get Luann.
Hurry up, not be late. Auto-tune, thank you. Thank you, auto-tune.
Wait, pull up Luann. I want to hear Money Can't Buy You Class.
Oh my God,
Money
that
Can't Buy
is
You
the
Class.
best. So
No,
bad.
don't, like, it's music isn't about musicality.
Elegance
it's about fun.
is love, my friend. She is such a tranny.
tranny.
She is such a tranny.
The point is, I think it would be a great
I love my
CD.
homie trannies out there. Don't get me wrong,
I love my
but
homie trannies.
Speaking of Luann, when she was at the Josephine Baker thing this week, did you see that?
No? What was that about?
They took Jill out for her birthday. What was that, last week? Thursday?
Oh, no.
oh my God, dim the lights down low.
Barf.
Courtney, get on the piano.
I just vomited in my mouth.
Sorry, I made my
Your class.
Money can't buy your class. Elegance is learned.
My friend. That's my favorite part.
Elegance is learned.
Nah.
Oh, yeah.
How old is this woman?
She just hit puberty and turned into a man, actually, in this song.
Ooh, balls have just dropped.
Learned.
I mean, I'll give at least Kim.
Elegance is learned.
Kim is not 29.
She's not 29.
She is
but Kim
not
could at least pull
29.
it together than
She's
this
32
one.
now.
Or maybe-
No way, this is my favorite spoken word.
Megan
Oh my God.
Okay, well,
Oh, thank the
thanks
Lord.
for cutting that off. But point of that story was, I think there is money inside the Real Housewives songs.
Of course there's money. That's
Of
why they keep
course.
doing
And
it.
But that's
I
sad.
own all of them on my CDs.
No,
I
you
own my
don't.
CDs.
No
Oh, you
longer-
just dated yourself,
No,
honey. You
I
said
love
CD.
it. I
Wait a
love
minute.
them.
Now,
No
Pat,
longer-
did you
Pat
actually
can no longer be a
purchase
part
these
of the
off
party.
iTunes?
No, I stole them like I do everything else.
Oh my.
When would I ever purchase entertainment?
And right,
Until
you even
I'm in the movie, I'm not
stole
buying the ticket.
Hey.
Sorry, don't quote me. I bought the books. Kim Kardashian, I got that book.
How was it?
Confidential, so good. It's like a picture book with a few words in it.
I was gonna
Perfect.
like,
That's
what does
my
it
kind of
tell? I
reading.
never actually looked
It's
at
like,
it.
this is lip gloss.
Oh.
14 pages later, this is chapstick.
Stop it. Is it really?
Oh, it's so good. Pictures of their lips. I liked it a lot. Anyways, back to the topic. Back to
Such a
the
man.
topics.
The lecture at hand.
Are we on gossip?
Yeah, let's go into a commercial. Bye.
Want to find out what the AfterBuzz is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call. 424-256-1729. 424-256-1729. 256-1729.
It's television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespearean.
You never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Find out why AfterBuzz TV is the #1 source for after-show content.
Now, in the eyes of Jimmy, Nucky is a villain.
424-256-1729. 424-256-1729.
I mean, who would you guys rather hear that from? Your husband or your best friend?
The wig will come out.
When the TV show is over, get your AfterBuzz on. AfterBuzz TV News.
I guess I have to read it. I forgot. Hold on. Okay. So I don't know if we talked about. Did we talk about the bar fight last week for News and Gossip? They're being sued.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Okay. So hold up. This is kind of long. In February, the cast of The Real Housewives of New Jersey was involved in a terrible bar brawl while filming in Punta Cana.
It wasn't that bad.
The story goes that Teresa Giudice was dancing and drinking with the other ladies when she sprayed champagne on the mother-in-law of a Chicago area police officer. She allegedly mocked the woman rather than apologize, and when she was confronted by the cop, he was attacked by her husband Joe and Caroline Manzo's sons Albie and Christopher. Now, the officer, Adolfo Areola, isn't that a boob?
Yeah, I'm like, areola, that is the mid-center of boob.
That's a nipple. Has filed 2 lawsuits against the cast, Bravo, and the Hard Rock Hotel for the incident. Adolfo suffered a broken arm, blurred vision, cuts and bruises, and after glass was smashed on his head, and the guys savagely beat, kicked, punched, scratched, jumped on him. His cousin reportedly suffered injuries as well when he stepped in to try to break things up. Now, here's what's interesting. Supposedly, this has all been caught on film. And after the fight was finally broken up, Bravo pulled the men aside to get them to sign release forms. The men were told not only would they be unable to leave the country until they signed the forms, but also they would be each given $25,000 to keep quiet about the incident. The men were paid as promised, but their lawyer is still pursuing the lawsuit, stating his client signed the contract under duress, making them null and void.
Wow.
Get that money, I guess.
In New Jersey, okay? They broke a guy's arm. They broke his arm. He can't see. He is cut up, bruised, and smashed a glass upside his head. And then they beat and kicked and punched and scratched and jumped on him.
And his cousin.
Dang.
That's messed up, Albie.
Because Teresa blew up some champagne.
See, it sounded so minuscule until you got to that part.
Well, testosterone got involved.
Little alcohol, little champagne.
I can't believe that.
I'm shocked.
I mean, Mob
Not
Wives is a
Albie.
separate show.
Apparently not.
Yeah, but they are cousins to this one.
Apparently
The thing is,
not.
wouldn't you think they would realize by now that everything they do, 1, you shouldn't do that in general. 2, you're famous.
3, it's all seen on TV.
Like, as if you're not going to go down for this.
Well, it's one of those
But they don't
things,
care as
like,
long as they
Bad
get that
Bad
money.
behavior is time 100.
It's in the moment.
In the moment, she should have said sorry.
Well, I do
I'm
agree.
sorry.
It is in the moment.
News like that, I'm not.
And if you're crazy to begin with, and you do that in general,
And then
you
you're
would
gonna
do
get paid
without
for
the
that?
cameras, you don't do it with the cameras on.
And then you're going to get paid for that.
As Paris Hilton. That's how she had a whole career.
Oh, my.
I've lost a lot of respect for Teresa now. I mean, I didn't have much, but now I'm quite upset.
It could have been a
Stop
misunderstanding.
it.
Maybe she was laughing.
A misunderstanding. She has a broken arm.
Well, she didn't beat his ass. That was the
She
boy.
didn't stop it. They're her boys. They're her boys. I'm not okay.
Yeah, that was clearly Teresa breaking people's arms and making people
isn't that
blind and
racist?
all
Gonna break
that.
them
Isn't that assault and battery against a police
I'm
officer?
saying that's pretty hardcore, but who
That's
knows?
jail time. That's jail time if they lose.
We'll see. All right. Well, apparently, also the reconciliation between Teresa and Biatch was short-lived. Teresa was recently quoted when asked about her relationship with her brother as saying, "I love my brother and would do anything to have him in my life full time again. We were so close growing up, and the more time that passes like this, it just breaks my heart. And it's tearing my parents up. We're their only kids, but I am at a loss when it comes to Melissa. Clearly, we can't be a family if she doesn't want us to be, and I've tried everything I can think of to love her, accept her, forgive her, apologize to her. What am I missing?" And scene.
Wow. She's on the cover of In Touch right now saying, and the cover reads, "My life without Joe."
Yes, and there are rumors that she...
Joe, her brother, or Joe?
Well, there's rumors that she and Joe are having marital problems.
Stop it.
But in that
Well,
same
then it must be
article...
confirmed now.
In that same article, she said it is untrue. They are still together. They are happily married, and there is no divorce.
Well, you can't trust what Teresa says in the public because...
Or you can't trust, In Touch magazine isn't always on the ball. People use...
To be continued.
TBC, baby.
Wow, that's bad.
So that's our...
I want them to stay together. I like them together.
Real Housewives. They obviously are down for each other. It's like
Hey.
Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown. Such a bad idea.
Oh,
my God, that's a great
Whitney.
Now, your AfterBuzz
I
TV
think Jesse's trying
predictions.
I see chlamydia in the future.
I predict
And
this
in the
brawl happening over and over and over again the same exact way we saw it from the get.
I predict that if this season doesn't get more interesting, I'm going to
Ditto. I can't say that this season has had anything really that great about it.
I mean, everything that we
Other
thought was
than
going to be
the
great
Joe
has
thing,
fizzled.
Other than the Joe thing, has not gone anywhere.
I want some more
Like, at least
Jacqueline
the
and
other-
Caroline in this season.
Like Danielle, bring her back. At least
Don't bring her back.
At least
No,
there.
oh my God.
No, because then you had a story arc. How will we make the villain fall? What has she done to us now? Every episode was some new.
I think they need to make Melissa the
No more
villain that
Danielle.
she actually is. And
What?
they should treat her like that.
What if they put Melissa and Danielle on a deserted island and just create a New Jersey show from that? That'd be perfect.
I'm not a celebrity, but keep me here.
Exactly.
Exactly. Because
That's
I
perfect.
want to be on camera.
Yay!
All right. Well, that's what we got for this week's edition of The Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Very good, King John.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me late.
Glad you showed up.
Yeah, Pat.
So good to see you. Sorry, Teresa and I, we had a brawl. I broke my arm.
You've reinstalled our trust.
But I can still beaver dance.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much. We'll see you next week
Patty,
in New Jersey.
Patty, oh.
From producers Kevin Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.